Welcome to Shenzhen, China, a city that is also known as the Silicon Valley of China. Here in Shenzhen, you can find the world's largest electronic market, on which you can find literally everything that is somehow tech-related. Innovations, gadgets, and tech dreams come alive. This market is called Huaqiangbei, and it is not just a market, it is an area that spreads over various buildings, alleyways, and streets. It is enormous, and here you can find everything from the newest smartphones to gadgets that we probably haven't even heard of. The market in general spreads over 3 million feet, and there are more than 30,000 businesses here on the market. It is the place to go for tech enthusiasts, for manufacturers and entrepreneurs from all over the world. Let's just get into one of those buildings and see what we can find here. All right, first impression, there are so many people here. It is kind of crazy, and there's one store next to the other. And also there are like smaller ones just basically here outside on the floor. There are real stores in here, but it is kind of crazy. I think you can find absolutely anything here you've ever dreamed of. I was just playing a little bit the drums. And a keyboard, like an electronic one. I think that's a good way to learn how to play. There was a woman who did actually a really good job playing the drums. I just found a watch that can actually film. Have you ever seen a watch like that? This is super cool. It has a microphone here as well, and it can secretly film things. That's could be kind of useful, I guess. I wonder how much it is. So this watch here is 220 yuan, which is very affordable, I would say. And there are also some AirPods here that look exactly like the original. I wonder how they work, but it's a copy, we just asked. So you have to be careful here what you buy if you don't want the copy, of course. So it says, designed by Apple in California, assembled in Vietnam. It's 100% identical with the original. And these are only 120 yuan, so the cheapest AirPods you can find probably, but also a copy. And this is probably the cheapest Apple Watch you can find. Again, it looks exactly like the original Apple Watch, but this only costs 240 yuan, so this would be the cheapest Apple Watch on earth probably. And I didn't even bargain yet, I could probably get it even cheaper. But my eyes do not see the difference. Probably an expert would notice the difference, but for me, this looks absolutely identical to the original. It's kind of crazy. Okay, I just noticed it's actually easy to recognize the copies because there's never the original name, the brand on the product. For example, the Apple Watches wouldn't say Apple on it. And then there are drones here for 40 euros more or less. That is insane. I wonder about the quality. I wonder how much they actually survive. It seems of high quality. Like everything you see here seems perfectly fine and seems to be working perfectly. But I don't know. I wonder how good the quality actually is. If any one of you has ever bought something here, let me know in the comment section below. So we just found DJI drones here, and they say it's original. But honestly, I have this drone. I have the same one, and it is heavy, this one. It feels way heavier than mine, so I'm not sure if I can believe that. But he just gave me a price, and he said it's 3,888 yuan, which is more or less 500, a bit more than 500 euros. So according to the price, this could be the real price for the original DJI drone here in China. But again, I don't really have faith in that, to be honest. But besides that, the drone looks exactly like mine. It's just the weight that makes me doubt it a little bit, to be honest. I'm now going to try these audio phones here. They are, as you can see, made in a way that it won't go into your ear. You just put them like this, and this is crazy. I can still hear my surroundings, but I can hear the music, and it tickles a little bit as I can feel the vibrance of the sound a lot here in my ear. But I can still hear my surroundings, so I could still continue to talk to people or listen whatever is going on the street while listening to the music. And these are made for sports. You can run with it, you can swim with it. They are waterproof. They come in 3 different colors, and The price is 1,200, almost 1,200 yuan, and they say it's original as well. It's a pretty cool audio phone. And the audio phones actually are a brand that comes here from Shenzhen. I'm blown away by the quantity of products that you can find here. There was just a robot pet, a dog there. Ah, está haciendo pipí. That was also kind of fun. But it's insane what they have here. It's so much fun to explore it. I already have a feeling you could probably spend days here in this area to explore, well, I don't know. It's probably impossible to explore everything, but make sure to come here with a lot of time. We are now going on to the next building, which is called the SEC. Or actually, I'm not sure if it's called SEC or SEG, but SEC sounds cooler, right? So we are going to move forward to that one and let's see what we can find there. Maybe it's more or less the same, or we will find something completely new. First impression of the SEC. It is quite similar, I would say. The products, there are lots of watches as well, there is phone stuff, there are adapters, lots of small electronic gadgets here, and the entrance is quite small. The stores here are smaller than in the other building before. Everything is like tiny. There is so many things in just a little bit of space and a lot of people again. I just found my travel adapter here. I have pretty much the same, only that mine is black. And I cannot believe it, here it's only half the price. I paid 10 euros for this, and mine probably is also from China. I paid 10 euros for this on Amazon, and here it's 4.50 more or less. We went up one floor, and this seems to be the area of accessories. You can buy everything from the Apple Watch bands, for example. You can buy cases here for the watches. You can buy cases for an iPad and so on. So this is where you can redesign your cell phones, your watches, your whatever you have probably. These are probably the cutest phone cases I've ever seen. Look at how cute they are. They have all kinds of forms and shapes. Look at this, it's a shoe, I guess. And I can put my phone in here. Okay, it's not made for my phone. It's made for bigger phones. But how cool is that? Like, you can hold it like this in a rather comfortable way. Or what else do we have? Let's find one for my phone. Let's find the puppy one. Ah no, this one is probably made for Samsung or whatever, but it fits mine. How cute! How cute is this? Have you ever seen such a cute phone case? And you can even do, I don't know what this is for. Can anybody tell me, or am I using this wrong? Ah! No, I have no idea. It's to hold your phone in a more comfortable way. I like it. How cute is this? They have all different kinds. This one will probably be for my iPhone. So whichever phone you have, you will probably find your matching phone case here. There's another one here. I don't know, what is this? It looks a bit scary. Is it a bunny? But that's also kind of cool. You can use this here to hang your phone anywhere you are, or even bind it on your purse or whatever. Okay, it's 15 yuan without negotiating the price. 15 yuan, that's less than 2 euros. Not a bad price, but in any case, you always have to bargain here. You always need to negotiate the prices. And also what I already figured out is that the more you buy, the cheaper it will get. I suppose there are lots of entrepreneurs coming here who are doing some trading things here with China, importing products from China to their countries to sell them in their own countries and to make a business out of that. So if you are into such a business opportunity, this here is also the place to go to negotiate some prices. Okay, so there are also phones here. We just entered a store of Huawei near the SEC. And let me show you what kind of magic the phones here in China can do. So I'm taking one of myself. There it is. Not the most beautiful one, but look at this. I'm holding my phone, I'm taking that photo, and I'm smashing it on here. How cool is that? This is magic. I don't have any idea how this technology is working, and I've never seen anything like that, but I love it. If you walk down the main street here, there are people who will offer you to come with them to see some bags, for example, watches of luxury brands. And I did something that I wouldn't have done in many other countries that I've been so far. But since I feel extremely safe here in China, I decided to go with one of them to see what they are offering. And they took us to one very hidden, shady side street and into the 7th floor, something like that, in a hidden clandestine apartment. And there we were able to see bags, watches, scarves of luxury brands. And all of these were copies, obviously. That is why these places are so hidden, because this is also illegal here in China. The copies are so good that you would have to be an expert in order to see the difference between the original and the copy. I wasn't able to film there. Obviously, this kind of activity is illegal here also in China, which is why they have an eye on people. But it was very interesting to see. And I saw a bag there from Louis Vuitton that they offered me at first for 850 yuanes. And then I was able to negotiate the price down to 500, which is more or less 66 euros. The quality of the bag seemed to be extremely well. I'm not an expert at that, but from what I've seen, it was a product of high quality. And of course, my eyes would never see the difference between this bag and the original. And then we also saw a watch, or a Rolex actually, and they offered the Rolex for 1,200 yuanes. That was the initial price. I didn't even negotiate it. Probably I would have gotten it way cheaper as well. And again, the watch seemed to be of high quality. So that was a very interesting visit. Very interesting to see how that kind of negotiation works and how that kind of business works here in China. And also a huge contrast to these buildings here, where you can see everything openly and everything is in public. But the copies are also copies that you can notice. Like, you can notice the difference between the original and the copy. Anyway, in general, this whole area here is so much fun and definitely a must-see for everybody who's into technology. There is so much to discover. You could probably spend several days here. I hope you enjoyed this little tour as much as I did. If you did, make sure to leave me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, because I will take you through further places here in China and Hong Kong. And I will hopefully see you in next week's video.